Okay, so if you've been here for more than like a minute, you know that I thoroughly love making income digitally, making passive income digitally, selling online courses, digital products, all the things. I actually had somebody comment on one of my more recent videos, and she was like, listen, you have good information, but it would be a lot better if you didn't say all the things all the time. And I was like, sorry, I'm not changing it. That's my thing. I say all the things. I used to say hashtag all the things all the time, and we just shortened it to all the things. So anyway, back to the point. I'm a big fan of all things passive and digital income, selling digital goods for money, because there's so much less overhead. You can pump out so much more product. Like, it's just great. And we live in such a digital world. I mean, there are people buying NFTs, which are digital, with digital money, for crying out loud, right? Like, we are in the world where if you have ever wanted to make money selling digital things online, this is it. It is now, okay? And one way you can do that is with digital products, which is basically selling something that you create one time, and when someone purchases, they get it automatically downloaded or sent to them in an email or something like that, and the order is fulfilled, okay? And it's one of my favorite ways to make money, and I think it's something that y'all really want to know about because it's some of my most popular videos. Anytime I talk about digital products, y'all are all over it. So today I wanted to talk about 8 digital product ideas that can at least make you $100 a day, and that's at minimum. You can absolutely use any of the ideas we're going to talk about to grow a 6-figure business. Like, you can use these and scale them and massively make money digitally with any of the digital product ideas we're going to talk about, but I narrowed it down to 8 that I would say anybody can create, no matter what your brand or your business or whatever. So let's go. Oh, real quick, if you're new here, hi, howdy, hey, what is up? My name is Jessica Stansberry, and I'm excited that you are here. And this is one of my most favorite topics to talk about. So you're here for a good one. Now, just as a refresher, I do have a video on how to create and sell digital products. Like, if you want to know how to create any of these or sell them, I do have a couple of videos on that. And I think by the end of the video, if you're confused on what a digital product is, you'll have a better understanding of what it is. But I also should say that regardless of what digital product you want to go after, you have to have a really clear idea of who wants to buy it. Because we can all go out and create digital products all day long, but if we don't know who we're targeting to do that, we can't do the things we need to do to sell those digital products. So just kind of some basic information. If you're like, wait, how do I even sell these? I have videos about that. And I want you to understand that you have to know who you're trying to sell them to create an appropriate digital product. But the 8 I'm going to mention can be used regardless of what type of business you have, regardless of who you're going after, and honestly, most of them regardless of your own skill sets, which is pretty cool. Oh, and if you want to follow somebody else who's an amazing digital products expert, I'm going to point you over to Christina Scalera's channel here on YouTube. She is a master at digital products, and she teaches all the things about them over there. So I'm going to link her channel below. So after you're done watching this video, if you want to know more, you can head over there because she's awesome. All right. Number 1. Oh, by the way, these are in no particular order because it doesn't matter. Like, these are just, you pick which ones you want to do. Which ones make the most sense for you? Which ones make the most sense for your audience? Pick one, okay? So number 1 is workbooks. Now, if you're someone who's an online educator like myself or an educator in any way, then creating and selling workbooks is kind of an alternative to courses. So if you're someone who's like, I really don't want to create an online course, I could teach what I want to teach in a workbook format. You could absolutely do that and sell it, no problem. So I've actually done this in the past. I've sold workbooks about SEO. I've sold workbooks that walk people through doing one thing every day. There's a lot of opportunities here. So if you have something you want to teach or something you want to help people with, like maybe there's a process that you can get someone from point A to point Z with, then workbooks are a great way to do that in a really easy digital product that they can download and have immediately, and you only have to create one time with those people in mind. So for example, I actually have a digital product blueprint workbook that you can download. Now it's for free. I am not charging for it, but it is technically a digital product, and it's going to help you discover what type of digital product you want to create or you should create. And I'll make sure I link that below in the description as well. But that is a digital product. That is a digital workbook. And for now, I'm just giving that away for free. But if I wanted to add more to it or, change it up, I could absolutely pop that in my shop and sell it for a price. The second digital product you can create that will at least make you $100 a day, if not more, is some type of document template. So for instance, in some of my courses, I give away sales page copy templates. It's just a Google Doc where I will tell them exactly what to write in each section of the sales page to sell their course or whatever, right? That is a document template. Like I could easily sell that. I could sell that for a certain amount of money. And then on the delivery, I just email them and let them know that to access it, it's in this Google Doc. They make a copy of the Google Doc and they go from there. I think a lot of times when we talk about digital products, especially stuff like this, people are like, well, I need to deliver it in a better way than like a Google Doc. But you actually don't, because that is the easiest way for someone to access it. It's the easiest way for someone to change it and modify it and make it their own. And it's the easiest way for them to come back to it and have a fresh one every single time they need it. And so the pathway of how it's delivered or where it's created doesn't matter as much as the result the person's gonna get out of it. So document templates can be a really great one. And my friend Christina that I just mentioned, this is actually how she has done a really great job of creating and selling digital products. She's actually an attorney, and so she made a ton of templates for things like customer contracts or client contracts or the terms and conditions on your website, all these legal things that us as business owners need. She has created templates for, and she sells those. So, if I want to go purchase a template from her, I would get that document template. I would be able to change the things that I need to change. I would be able to add things or take things away or add the name of my company or whatever the scenario is. And then I would be able to use that in my everyday business. So let's say I was a photographer, for instance, maybe I want to go grab her photography client contract template, and I want to be able to customize it to my own business. And then that is the contract that I use with my clients. And so my booty is covered, and that is worth so much to me. So if you have any kind of document that you can create a template for, sales page copy, legal contracts like Christina, HR workbooks, company workbook, anything like that could be put in a document template that would cut out so much work for the person who's purchasing is never a bad idea. All right, third one is for my artists out there, or anyone who's good with the graphic design stuff, and that is downloadable art. Maybe you want to create art that people can download. Maybe you want to create screensavers for people's phones or desktops or laptops or whatever. Maybe you want to create art that people download and then print off to hang on their wall. The options are limitless, endless, completely endless. If you are someone who creates art, you can absolutely create digital art, and that is a digital product. Kind of on that same realm, and this one is program specific, but we'll also use it as a way to say there's lots of programs you could do this for, and that is Canva templates. Canva is such an easy to use platform now, and it's free, or there's a super cheap paid option, and anybody can use it. So if you have something you think people would like to use as a Canva template, that can be a really great way to make a digital product that people can use and would want to buy. So some examples here are social media templates. So maybe you want to create Instagram story templates and sell them. Or maybe you want to create, for me, YouTube thumbnail templates and sell them. Or media kits. So I actually purchased someone's Canva template to create my media kit. So if you don't know, a media kit is like the thing that we send to brands when they want to partner with us or when they want to sponsor me or like whatever. And it has all my pricing and all my stats and all of that stuff in it. And I'm a graphic designer by trade. Like that's where I started. And so I used to design everything from scratch. But now I don't want to take the time to do that. I don't want my team to take the time to do that. So if we can just easily go grab a template that achieves everything we want it to achieve and make our life easier, we will do that. So any kind of like graphics templates like that can be really great and really easy to sell and really universal to use. So think through how you could create Canva templates for your ideal person. What do they need? What could they want out of Canva? What would make their life easier? And start there. And like I said, this is program specific, but you could also do Photoshop templates. You could also do Illustrator templates. You could also do anything like that. So think of who your person is and what they need and see if there's a template that fits in that. All right, we're on number 5, and that is PDF downloads. Now, technically, number 1, which was workbooks, are PDFs and they are PDF downloads. But by this, I mean one-page PDF downloads or some kind of PDF that is going to make someone's life easier. So maybe you are a YouTuber whose whole goal in life is to help people like live the van life. You know, like your audience, they really want to live in a van full time. You could absolutely make a PDF checklist where, you know, it's like safety measures that they need to take every night and sell it to your people, right? That is easier for them. It's going to be pretty. They can print it off. They can then hang it up in their van and every night, like mark it off, like, yes, I did these things. And you have made their life easier and more aesthetic. And honestly, I think any industry can use PDF downloads. So checklists are a great example. Maybe it's a packing checklist or a moving checklist, or it's just a document that like helps them ask the right questions to their realtor or their home builder, right? So you can create a PDF download that will make their life easier. Maybe it's not teaching them specifically like a workbook is, but it's gonna help make their life easier in some way, like a checklist or a list of questions or whatever. This next one is one of my favorites, and that is digital planners. Now, if you don't know what a digital planner is, it's basically a paper planner built to live in an iPad or a tablet. So I have a ton of videos on my channel about digital planners because I discovered them a few years ago and fell in love and then made some and sold them and then discontinued them and all the things. But digital planners can be used in almost any industry, and it doesn't even have to be like a planner, like a calendar. It could be a digital workbook that is designed to be pulled into a program like GoodNotes to be used digitally on an iPad. So maybe you're a fitness personality or a fitness influencer or you have a fitness business or whatever. You could make a digital planner that's more of like a digital food planner or meal planner, or you could make a digital planner like I did, which is a calendar planner, or make one specific to your audience. So I had like a content creators planner in my digital planner shop. So there's a ton of options here, and there's also a ton of videos out there on the internet to help you figure out how to make a digital planner because it is one of my most asked questions, and there's a ton of ways to do it. So I'm not going to get into that in this video, but creating a digital planner that is specifically designed for use on like an iPad or whatever the scenario is can be a great way to make money from digital products. I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, when I had my digital planners available, they made money. They made good money. They made more money in 1 year than I made in my last year at my corporate job. Just my digital planners. I promise you can do that with all of these. That's the point of this video, but digital planners are one that I think a lot of people don't think about for their industry. Maybe you're like a productivity coach, or you have a productivity YouTube channel or whatever. You could create a digital planner that is more of a daily productivity planner. It doesn't have to be calendar specific. It doesn't have to be anything. It really just needs to be designed in a cool way to be used on something like an iPad. If you are a photographer or someone who just has a following on the internet and posts pictures places, you could absolutely make Lightroom presets. Now, if you're wondering what that is, most people who are editing photos and then putting them out on the internet are using a program called Lightroom from Adobe to edit their photos. And Lightroom used to be computer only, but now it is also a mobile app, and it is really freaking easy to create your own preset. Like if you have a certain look about your photos that other people have been like, how do you edit or whatever, it is really easy to create your own presets and then sell them digitally so that other people can download them and use them too. So if people are constantly asking you how you edit your photos, if you're a photographer, if you're an Instagrammer, like whatever, then this might be a really great way for you to make some income with that as a digital product. All right, last but not least, and this is one of my favorite digital products, and that is any kind of system-based template. Now, I'm specifically going to talk about systems like ClickUp or Trello, but it could really be any kind of system. Maybe it's Excel or Google Sheets or Notion or some other system that you can create templates for. This is a great digital product to create. Now, if you've been around a while, you may know that some of my very first videos that did really, really well on YouTube were about Trello. Trello is a project management software that allows you to kind of keep up with everything in a Kanban type system. And I used to love it so very much. And it's one of the big ways that I grew my email list, because instead of selling Trello templates, I gave them away for free in videos where I talked about Trello. With ClickUp, I create templates. I have given them away for free in other scenarios, but I also sell ClickUp templates. So if you buy my ClickUp course, which is a digital course, right? If you buy my ClickUp course to learn how to use ClickUp, you get some templates for free, and then you can also do an add-on to get more ClickUp templates. So I could just start an entire store of ClickUp templates if I wanted to. And actually, that's a great idea. But any kind of system-based template is going to do really well for the people who use that system. It could be Asana, it could be Notion, Trello, ClickUp, Excel, Google Docs, Google Sheets, like anything for people who use a certain system to then be able to grab your templates is a great digital product to sell. All right, so I did a lot of rambling. So what I'm gonna do now is just go back through the list again really quickly so that you don't forget anything. And I'm gonna link anything I talked about below, including Christina's channels, any videos I've done about digital products, my ClickUp course, like all of the things that you might need will be linked below. But to round it out, the 8 digital products that really anybody can create and sell and make $100 a day or more are as follows: workbooks, document templates, art downloads, Canva templates, PDF downloads, digital planners, Lightroom presets, and system templates. So hopefully this points you in the right direction. I would love to hear below, one, if you have questions, like if you're like, wait, I don't know which one of these would work, or I don't know how to create that, because I'll happily create some other videos for you guys. But I'd also love to hear which one of these you would want to start with first. So if you've never created your first digital product and this gave you some inspiration, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. Let me know what you're going to create. Let me know what you think would do the best for your audience and for your business or your channel or whatever. I like to chat it out with y'all in the comments. And until next time, bye y'all.